Hey, what up? It's your boy here. I come with the heat. You know what it is. And right now, I'm just in my head thinking, is this really the beginning of the East versus West? He's you probably thinking in your head, what does he mean? Well, let me take you back. Let's think about this. Let's think about how it used to be Biggie in the East. Everybody like Biggie was over here in the East, and Tupac was the West. The East Coast was Biggie's. Everybody messed with Biggie on the East Coast. And the West Coast was Tupac. Everybody missed the West Coast was basically Tupac's stomping ground. The East versus the West. Now, when it comes into how does that come into play? So, first off, we start off with Kendrick, Lamar, and Drake. This was something that set it off. Kendrick Lamar and Drake were going back and forth for months and months and months and months and months. And that was subliminally, but they didn't turn to a full out. I don't like you and all this and that. So, how did this all start? How I would think it would all start? It all started with Kendrick. Kendrick, I think starts this whole East Coast versus West Coast. I'm thinking this up. This is like me actually thinking of East Coast, if I got that spelled, Coast, versus West Coast. Kendrick is on the West Coast. He's the one that is running the West Coast right now. I would say Kendrick is the one that putting West Coast back in front. So, in my head, Kendrick is the ringleader of the West. Kendrick is the ringleader of the West right now. He's like, I put 100 hoods on the state. Basically, in that song, I'm trying to articulate myself and think this out. Kendrick was like, I put 100 hoods on one stage. He really did that though. He's trying to bring peace in L.A. Why is he trying to? He's trying to bring peace. I think he's trying to bring peace in L.A. so that they can unite under one front into the West. Because it's going to turn to Kendrick being the united leader of the West versus how to say it? A little bit too far down. Yeah. But when it comes to the East, EAST, we don't know who it is. It's a mystery. In the East, we don't know who the leader is. But the potential person that I think Kendrick will try to make it into be would try to make it to be is J. Cole. I think J. Cole does represent the East in the biggest way. He's like the one who handles the East and everything that goes on over here. I think J. Cole runs the East. Now, I think more of, if you listen to it, Joey Badass dropped a song. Joey from the East. Joey's from the East. What was that song called? He dropped the ruler back. So Joey's drops the rules back, and it's just like basically, I'm taking shots at Kendrick. I don't like that you putting like the West on top, like y'all all this and that. So Joey's basically like, okay, let me show you who the real king of this is. It's the East. It's not y'all. It's not y'all and y'all's how you think it is. So let me tell you another person. So Joey's another potential person that can run the East. That can run. That can run the East. Another potential I really know I'm spelling this wrong. P-T-E-N-T-I-L. Another potential person is, it's between two people because they did the song together. I think Lil Baby, if he wanted to, I think Lil Baby. But Baby don't like all that, getting all into that deep rap stuff. So I think Lil Baby is one of them. But also, I think 21. I think 21 Savage. I think 21 Savage is in that mode of, I can really go at anybody if I feel like it. I feel like 21 can go at anybody if he truly feels like it. He can. So I think 21 is a potential person that lead the East. But also another person that we all know. So this is my last. I think I'm gonna just throw this in there. Another person on his comeback, which would be wishful thinking. I think a person who could go at Kendrick and who all about it is the Baby. I feel like the Baby like making his comeback, but I feel like this will put him on the map. I feel like the Baby, if he wanted to run the East and show that he could run the East, I feel like the Baby could run the East. He could have a whole East Coast vibe and bopping the whole nine. I feel that. I feel like the Baby. I feel like the Baby could. I really do. Cause he could have the whole East just vibing and bopping to the South. You get it. So I get that. Then I get another person. Another person is a sleeping legend. Is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne's wordplay, Lil Wayne's all of this, all that he does. Basically, is like Lil Wayne could come back and just take it all over, again, but he's like a sleeping legend. As Eminem is one of them. Eminem is a Eminem is one of those sleeping legends. You don't mess with these sleeping legends because we saw how the MGK messed with the sleeping legend, like the sleeping legend Eminem. And we all saw how that went. Yeah. So this could get dangerous if Wayne gets into it. I feel like that one's actually dangerous, but the most likely person that is going to represent is going to represent the East is DRAE Drake. Why do I think Drake? I feel like Drake just because Drake. Let me put this all in bold. Let's drop back to like a 20. 20? Yeah. So, now, the reason I feel that Drake is going to represent the East, because it's like Drake. There could be three-headed goat. It could be East versus West versus North. Cause Drake could be on his own type stuff, and that he could be an independent. And we could have J. Cole over here in the East and Kendrick over in the West. But at the front, I feel like that's why Kendrick is uniting everybody under one front, because that boy really is. Because two parts of his heart is like, I want peace, but I really want war. And he's really on his war-torn path right now. And he don't care who you is. He gonna get past you and put you in the past. And some people are scared of that. Some people don't want to mess with that type of energy. But some people like, okay, Kendrick, I can get behind that. And it's like, thinking of them two things is just like, this could be something that's turned into like a marvel of what happens. We could get all type of features, all type of people that we never thought would get on a song. We could get so many songs out of this. We could get so many dishes. We could get so many tracks that just put out pure greatness. Jesus, the tracks gonna come and come and come. If they do East versus West, we could get a Kendrick and Tyler one. That would be all Kendrick, Tyler, and Kanye. That would be ridiculous type of. I feel like East versus West, when it comes down to it, is going to be something that's potential. It's all up in the air, but it depends on if J. Cole becomes the pipe bomb. Because I feel like this. You can only push J. Cole so far. I believe J. Cole is the pipe bomb to all this. Because if J. Cole says that one thing and gets into that mode of where I don't want to be passive no more, I want to start, and I'm on that again, Cole is going to take it to the next level, and it's going to be interesting at that point. I really do. So, it's your boy Solo Heat. I come with the heat, you know what it is. I hope the East versus West, it might happen, it might not. We don't know what's going to happen. And it's going to be a lot of songs that are going to be great, and we're going to react to them. And we got it. Peace.